Queen, what's up? Hello and happy Friday to you. Coming in from stormy weather, Miami. It's feeling great to be back, though. I miss Italy. I am very, very happy to be here. It's another new chapter, and it's another adventure, and it's another, way of doing life that I am here to embrace. And I'm also here to embrace the concept of keeping the faith. You know, we queens, we would just enjoy life a lot more when there's a lot less princess involved, right? The princess is the one that thinks that everything needs to be perfect. And if it's not perfect or it doesn't look like it's going to work out, then she's upset. And the queen just always knows that there is a different, higher, more profound force at play that always has our good, that has our highest good in place. So I'm super excited to come to you today to share with you an update that if you have been on the journey with me, I think it might bring some delight to your ears as well. Okay, so, I was in Italy. Glenn and I were in Italy looking, well, among many things, but one of them was looking for a farmhouse, ultimately to restore. And we found the spot that we thought was it. I think that in the house hunt, there's never the perfect house, which can make it a little confusing because it's like what one has, the other doesn't. This one has more charm. That one has a better view. This one's in a better location. That one's closer to whatever. So, these are all the fun kind of mixing and matching of that goes on during the property search. So, but we've done enough of that, and we had gotten to the place where we're like, wow, I think this is the house. Like, this is the house. And as a little bit of a recap, well, you can go and listen to the other episodes. I'm not going to get into that today. So I basically had different signs that I thought that confirmed that this was the house. And then the information came in that there had been an offer on the house and it was accepted, and we didn't even get a chance to counter offer, and it was just done and gone. And Glenn was a little upset about it. And I was like, I had a moment, but it also happened during Mercury Retrograde. And I just said to Glenn, this house is going to fall out of contract. And he's like, what are you talking about? It's done. It's sold. They told us to move on. They don't have anything else to show us, blah, blah. And I was like, whatever. And then I saw my ladybug signs, for those of you who have been on the journey with that. So we went off to Lake Maggiore, which is like 3 hours away from where we were at in Italy, to do some retreats and live events, and came back, and I reached out to them, and I was like, hey, anything happening? And they're like, no, and we don't have anything else to show you right now. We're so sorry. So we stayed in Italy for another week and did some awesome filming for the Q Club. So if you are not in the Q Club, you better go get yourself in there now. Well, you can click on the link in the show notes, or you can go into the App Store under Q Club Community, or go to divineliving.com/club. This is like never before released content. It's so juicy. It's so intimate. It's so, you got it. You got to get in there and see it. So anyways, we were filming in this epic location in this gorgeous house, and said goodbye to our friends and got on the plane to make the journey back. And we landed in Miami Wednesday night. I think I shared we got some Chinese food because we just wanted a different taste. And then Thursday was yesterday. Yes, Thursday was yesterday, and was just kind of dealing with some of my own stuff of the challenges I told you I'm facing with family, but yet great things are going on with work, and kind of feeling pulled in these different directions. But all the while, something I maybe haven't shared with you is that I'm keeping the faith. And I start my day visualizing me in the farmhouse. I start my day visualizing my career as I desire. I start my day visualizing a positive outcome for the family situation. So even if I have some dips throughout the day, I'm anchoring into, I know my good is coming to me. And it's a declaration. It's a non-negotiable. It's how I choose to show up in the world. And so yesterday was kind of that catch-up day, unpack, handle some emails, get some things organized, and then We went off to an early sushi dinner because we knew like a late night wasn't going to be for us with the jet lag. And I had seen some messages come in over WhatsApp. I just wasn't paying attention to them because I was like, I'm just going to keep today simple. And then last night, as we were going to dinner, another WhatsApp message came in. And so Americans, if you're not on WhatsApp, it's like the European version of Voxer. It's like what they love it. They love it over there. And so I knew someone from Europe or the UK must be contacting me because this messages kept coming in. And I looked down and I could absolutely believe what I read. Queen, the ladybug house fell out of contract. It fell out of contract! Of course it did! Of course it did, of course it did! The house that Glenn and I had like gone through and picked out what every room was going to be and kind of what we would do with it and all the things has fallen out of contract. So there are now messages in place with architects and people, and we'll see. I mean, there's still a lot to be discovered, a lot of, assessments and inspections and things to see if this really is our home. But I so appreciate you being on the journey. And it was just one of those moments where it's like, God knew all along that we were going to fall in love with that house, that there was going to be another offer, that we were going to leave Italy totally surrendered, knowing that it was going to fall out of contract. And, I could go into like, oh, but why couldn't all this happen while I was still there? Then we could have done the inspection with the architect. Stop, Gina. Like, I'm just not. I'm totally trusting divine timing. I'm telling like the realtors were like, it's such a shame that this didn't happen while you're here. I was like, no, divine timing. It's perfect timing. Of course it had to happen this way. I don't know why. And I'm not even going to bother my beautiful little mind about it. I am just going to continue to keep the faith, continue to show up, continue to be clear on my desires, continue to take the next step. Because today's divine assignment for me is still unpacking, believe it or not, and podcasting. I'm doing this podcast. I'm doing some back-to-back podcasts that I've batched with. I just did a really, really awesome interview. You're going to have some good content coming your way with the interviews coming up. And it's back-to-back podcasting, and then I'm getting ready to pack again because I'm leaving for LA on Sunday. And it's going to be an early Mexican night with Baby Love in Miami. It's like that. And I did, respond and got all the agents and architects and everyone looking into what the next steps are, and that's enough. So I just wanted to come in between podcast batching recording and plant the seed for you. If there's something that looks like it's not happening, if there's something that looks like it's stalled or on pause or not working out, Queen, keep the faith. Keep the faith, because those dreams and desires that are in your heart, they're only not going to happen if you give up on them. See it through. I don't want to say push it through, but keep impressing into the universe your desire, to have your desire be known. Be the vibrational match of the absolute desire. Come from a place of passion. Let yourself be lifted up today. Lifted up into the truth. Lifted up into expansiveness. Lifted up into greater possibility. Lifted up into realms that you can't see with your physical eyes, but it doesn't mean it is not happening behind the scenes. Do not get distracted in the boring, mundaneness, small, limited, constricted view of whatever today looks like. Get into the elevated, expansive state of the spiritual realm, because that is where your truth is, and that is where your freedom is, and that is where your passion lies. And you can just know, and Glenn's like, Gina, you really believe this was going to fall out of contract? I was like, well, you don't have to be a witch to know that if someone signs a contract during Mercury in retrograde, it wasn't even on the cusp. Of course it's going to fall out of contract. He's like, this is ridiculous. People sign contracts all the time during Mercury in retrograde. I'm like, and they fall apart. And so he's like, no. He's like, you had an unshakable belief that this was going to fall out of contract. And I said, I did. So it's like that. Create your own unshakable belief. And trust me, I know some of these are easier than others. But what I do know for sure is that we all have a choice today with what we focus on. And I want you to focus on how do you feel right now and what's going to have you feel amazing. Let's go for amazing today. So before I close this quick little episode, let's just close your eyes. And I want you to feel into, I want you to, as your eyes are closed, I want you to see the desire. See the desire. Clearly see the desire. And now I want you to feel it. And I want you to feel it. The statistics say that something will become a dominant thought if you spend 68 seconds on it. 68 seconds of focused feeling. See it with your mind's eye and feel it. So with your eyes closed, just bask in the glory of this desire being already done. Already done. Already done. Feel how it feels to be on the other side with that kind of like jumping up and down. Yes, 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 it happened. Yes, it's here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That jumping up and down feeling because you're so filled with glee and passion and excitement because you believed in possibility, the possibility for your good, and now it is here. Program yourself, immerse yourself, see it as already done, already done, already done. Thanking God that it is here now, it is here now, it is here now, it is here now. Yes, yes, yes. This desire in its fullness, in its complete form, in its total manifestation, already done. Already done. Already done. Already done. Already done. Believe, Queen. Believe. And keep believing. And most importantly, keep the faith. Lots of love to you, my darling. And if you're looking for an extra dose of immersion, you still have a chance to come join me in Chicago for the Divine Direction event. We got a really cool white party soiree that we're kicking it off with, and then going into 2 days filled with transformation, possibility, creating your reality, seeing something bigger, brighter for yourself, and wait till you meet the women who are in the room, just so high vibe, smart, successful, creative, dealing with their own stuff, but not giving up and not isolating either. So come join me in Chicago. I'll put a link in the show notes. Or in Miami. These are your last 2 chances. 2 chances. These events are going away forever. These are completely what I felt called to do to complete 2021, and 2022 is about all kinds of new stuff. So make sure you get yourself in the room, either in Chicago in November or Miami in December. Lots of love.